Christ. We talked in this space last week about our identity being forged in part by our gifts. And I made the argument that Epiphany did not stop with the birth of Jesus Christ in a manger, but that Epiphany happens with the birth of every child. Because the Imago Dei, the image of God, is hardwired into every child. It only is a question of how will these gifts manifest themselves and be used. We talked last week about how Paul had introduced this notion to the Corinthians, new believers, who came to be very intrigued by this laundry list of gifts given of God by faith through the Spirit. And being a pride usually equals sin, a proud and sinful bunch, they came to want to desire what they thought to be more important gifts that other people didn't have, so that they can glorify themselves, feel good about themselves at the cost of God's work in other people. Now that might be a tack that's helpful to build up the head, but it certainly was an attack or position to take that was helpful to the heart. So Paul has to dig in to help them understand that what they're valuing so much as a gift, two things. One, the gift they value is no more and no less important than anybody else's gift. That all are equally important. That all are vital to the outworking of the church's mission to proclaim Christ to those who do not yet know Christ. And the second point Paul wants to make is that the importance of the gift in each person is lost, or at least greatly diminished, if it is not played out in a role that helps the whole. That the body of Christ, and when I read that text from the contemporary English Bible, you heard body show up time and time again. Paul's emphasis, it's the body that matters. It's not the individual who finally matters, it's the body that matters, and how it is that the individual offers her gifts, her calling, through the body, the church, for the sake of the world. He goes into that long metaphor, of course, of the body that we're aware of. But it got me to thinking this and how hard that is in our contemporary culture